patience. So we said, okay, fine, patience. So normally what I would do is I would get on Google and I'd start typing how to get patience in 5 minutes a day, how to be a patient 1-minute manager, stuff like that. But before I did that, I went totally against type. And I bowed the knees of my heart before God. And I said, Lord, what do you want me to say? How can I develop patience in my life? And as I'm praying, I get this picture of God standing there like this, head down, eyes closed, shaking his head, rubbing his forehead. I'm pretty sure I heard an oy vey in there. And if I didn't, I probably should have. And he says, what you're looking for is the fruit of Tyler, what you can develop, what you can practice, what you can teach about. Do you want to know what the fruit of the Spirit is? I said, yeah. He said, the fruit of the Spirit is the fruit of the Spirit. He said, the fruit of the Holy Spirit is the fruit of the Holy Spirit. He is the one who gives it to you. He is the one that grows it and nurtures it. It is him that gives you fruit. You can work on patience. Self-help is fine as far as it goes, but the fruit of the Spirit, and I'm going to repeat in a different way what has been said over the past couple of weeks. The fruit of the Spirit is the outward manifestation of the indwelling of the Holy Spirit. Let me say that again. The fruit of the Spirit is the outward manifestation of the indwelling of the Holy Spirit. Now, we can't do anything in and of ourselves to affect change in any one of these words. It's the fruit of the Spirit. So why am I up here? I have nothing to say about this. But what I do have something to say about is how we can develop that relationship, that inward indwelling of the Holy Spirit. So the Spirit produces growth. He produces fruit. And there's a few things that we can do, in fact, that we should be doing. And the first is we need to walk humbly with our God. I'm convinced that humility as a Christian virtue, as a human virtue, is something that is essential, that is indeed foundational in our walk with God. Without humility, what do we got? We have self. 1 Peter 5:5-6 says, clothe yourself with humility towards one another. For God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, and he will exalt you at the proper time. Casting all your cares, all your worries, all your fears and anxieties and stresses on him, because he cares for you. He cares for me. In fact, let's all say that. He cares for me. He cares for me. He cares for me. He cares for you and he cares for me. That's who God is. If God had a job description, that would be one of the things. God cares for us. And we can, with humility, come before him and bow the knees of our hearts and give our lives to him and cast our cares on him because he cares for us.